Well, hello friends, and welcome back to the cabin. I've got a little job that I'm going to have to take care of because three things are getting ready to happen. Number one, they're may be coming pretty soon to drill Jennifer's well. Number two, they passed the inspection, so I have to get the ditch covered up. And number three, if I don't get it covered up, I can't get over there to get those trees out so they can finish their excavation. Anyway, we're getting ready to load up in the tractor and go down there and cover up that ditch. Well, it's a little bit hard to spread mud around, but we did get the ditch covered. So I'll have to wait till that dries up before I can smooth it out anymore, but I was able to get across it, so now I'll be able to go and get those logs. Anyway, I'll meet you back up the top of the hill. Well, I'll tell you what, the wind is actually getting strong outside, so I figured I would come in because the audio is not that well, I know. But, you know, my good friend Jimmy, he is always bringing stuff up here for me that he said that he doesn't intend to use anymore. I'll show you some here, but this is a nice, I think it's a 25-foot extension cord. It's one of the old gang box right here, double plug on the end. So that was really nice because I'll tell you what, you never can have, seems like, enough extension cords, right? You got one, you're using it, and then somewhere else you need another one. So I've got one that's number 10 gauge. I've got 250-foot 12 gauge, and I've got several of the 14. So yes, thank you, Jimmy. That was really nice. And over here, I got some different types of strapping and building material. Right here is a corner bracket. These, of course, are to hang joists with. Here's another type of a corner tie down. And then here is a couple that I guess you could screw up from the bottom if you needed to. So yeah, those will come in really handy. Again, thank you, Jimmy, for those. He kind of kidded me and he told me that he didn't plan on building anything else. So he was bringing all of this stuff to me like I'm going to build something else, right? I mean, go figure. I'll tell you, stuff like this really comes in handy, especially since we're going to start that root cellar / storm shelter. And then I've got to get busy on getting the workshop sided. I know y'all have heard me say that, but that's heavy on my mind, you know, because of blowing rain and stuff like that. I've still got a lot of work to do building the floors and so forth. So there's no shortage of anything to do around here. I've still got to get in the bathroom here and do some work. I was wanting those guys to come up from Jennifer's place, since they've got all of the tools and stuff to put PEX in, and go ahead and plumb the bathroom, and then over there where the washing machine is going to go, and the sink. And they can just stub it out underneath. That way, whenever I can get the gray water system put in, then I'll be able to just connect to that and run it on out, and we'll be in business. And you know, the other thing too is collecting the water to be able to run it in here. So not really sure about where we're going to set the tank yet, and how we're going to do that, but that's something that's coming up in the near future as well. I've still got a string of lights up over the kitchen that I have to make up, as well as all of the sconces that need to go in the cabin as far as the electrical goes, and then all of that will be done. But I do have the ends protected, so if I do happen to hit a switch that goes up there to where the sconces are going to go, nothing is going to happen. I've got one outdoor light that I need to put out here like I put on the front. And of course, you know, I wanted to start that back deck, but at the rate that these storms are coming, I figured that, you know, the storm shelter is probably a higher priority, because I can always just open the door and it's only about 4 feet to the ground. I can just jump out the back if I need to. Like I said, these building materials, they're probably going to come in handy, because it seems like I no sooner get started on one project and then I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I need to start on this one too. So that's the reason I have so many left that are undone. However, slowly but surely we are getting there. I know that there's going to be some things that's going to come up down there at Jennifer and Steven's place that I'll probably need to lend a hand to. So, and then I know that Jimmy's going to be needing some more help over there with all the trees that we cut down, getting all those tops cut up, so I'll have to go over there and help him. A lot of them are going to end up firewood, and then other branches he's going to make kind of like a live hedge down in the very bottom of the hollow there where we actually cut the trees, and that way small animals, you know, it's kind of building a habitat for, you know, birds and small rodents and rabbits and things of that nature. So, and it will finally deteriorate and rot, you know, but I'm going to try to go over there, because I think that he's probably going to have about maybe 30 it could be even more good sized logs over there, and I just hated to see them go to waste. So I told him that if we waited till the weather dried up a little bit, if we can get 2 tractors, one of the other guys from church positioned over there at his place, and then one here, regardless of either one, because as we load logs over there and bring the truck over here with the trailer, we need to be able to unload them and take the truck back over there. And I can probably only haul maybe 6 to 8 at the most at one time. And then once I get them over here, the trouble is, where am I going to put them? Because I've got more logs down there at Jennifer's to get. I've got the ones that we already cut down in the power line there that I need to pick up and stack up somewhere. We've got these coming from Jimmy's house, so we're going to have plenty of material to build with, although most of it's pine and a lot of it's poplar, but still it's wood that can be used. It's resources that we have that don't cost us anything other than getting them over here, and then gas and oil and time, you know, to cut it up on the sawmill. But that is the cheapest way. That's how we keep costs down up here on the homestead, is using the resources that we have available. I wished I had access here with some hardwoods like oak and locust and hickory, things that, you know, grow a lot here in Tennessee. But it seems like maybe it's on the north side of a slope. That's where you get those types of trees from, and maybe on the south side of the slope you get the harder woods. I wonder if there's anything to that, because my grandfather's place, which where my sister lives up there on the hill, it's on the south side of the hill over there, or let's call it the slope, right? And this cabin right here, and where I'm building in this area, is on the north side of this big mountain here. So there may be something to that, because primarily everything over there on her side is hardwood. There's a difference there. Everything over here is poplar, pine, cedar, or dogwood. Now, of course, you have to remember this all used to be a field area right here, right? And then over there, it's all hardwoods, primarily oak, white oak, red oak, and there's a few hickory over there as well, but and sweet gum. But over here on this side, now I do have a few sweet gum that are growing out here beside the carport, and I do have one red oak out there. As far as in the woods around the house, there are some small oaks that are popping up here and there, but everything over here pretty much is on the softer side of the wood. So I'm just sharing with you a few more details, you know, behind the scenes up here on the homestead. Certainly do appreciate you guys stopping by and hanging out with us, and we appreciate all the comments, because I'll tell you, there's been a lot of good ideas that have come from you guys over the years, and a lot of them we have used, a lot of thoughts we had ourselves, and when we heard some of the comments, we kind of combined the two thoughts and came up with a plan of action, I guess you could call it. So yeah, keep the comments coming, because like I say, there's a whole lot of them that we have used and were really, really good ideas. Anyway, friends, thanks so much for stopping by. We certainly do appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you back up here at the cabin again next time.